Shalom, shalom. HALALYAM, YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, QADASH. Double honors to the elders and apostles, a great millstone to teach and move well. Peace and salutations be to hopeful elect. And by that time, I'm Gabar coming at you with another lesson. It's going to be a quick hit. Coming at you from the Prophets of Babylon camp here in Tampa, Florida. And this one's going to be on if thou hast not a wife, seek not a wife. You know, just that quick scripture. To show you the importance of it, man. We're going to get right into it. Corinthians. So this is the book of 1 Corinthians. Let me start at verse I'm gonna start at verse 27. Art thou bound unto a wife? Meaning, you have a wife. What does it mean to be bound by something? To be held back? Because in the law, you have it where you get a wife, you can't put her away. You know, you can't just put her away for any random reason. You know, she be pleased to dwell with thee. Don't put her away, man. Doing what you got to do. Don't put her away. The law says you can't do that, you know, because that woman is now called after your name. And if a woman is just put away and sent back into the world, you know, she's not able to remarry again, or she will be considered an adulteress, you know, and her good reputation will be stained, you know. And you want to have a good reputation in the eyes of the Lord, YAHAWASHI. You know, today you have a bunch of adulterers and adulterers, men sleeping with other men's wives, and women sleeping, you know, married women sleeping with other men while they're married, you know, which is not good on the side of the Lord. YAHAWASHI says, art thou bound unto a wife? Seek not to be loosed. So don't seek to just put her away. Don't be looking for any random reason to put her away. Don't be, oh man, she ain't washed the dishes today, this bitch getting put away. No, man, things shouldn't work like that. It shouldn't go that way. You know, scripture talks about not being a lion in the household, not being how do I go? Sure, let me grab it. I ain't even gonna play. This is the book of, we'll come back to that 1 Corinthians, but let's grab this real quick as a precept. In the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 4, and verse 30. It says, be not as a lion in thy house. Okay, so don't be a lion in your house, man. Don't be a big bad and bold Superman in your house, man. You can't just be running around, you know, punching holes in walls and shit, and yelling and do this, do that, do this and that. You know, you don't want to be vicious. You don't want to be vicious in your household. You gotta be calm and collective, man. You know, scripture talks about giving unto the wife due honor, you know, as unto the weaker vessel. So you gotta remember, you still gotta give her just a little bit of honor because she's the weaker vessel. Be not a lion in thy house, nor frantic among thy servants. And your woman can be your servant, man. She's your servant. Don't be frantic among your servants, man. Let's go into that word frantic and see what we get. And also, it's a transit. It's an in transit on the way to work, you know, so it ain't gonna be long. And so like if it's delayed, it says frantic, wild or distraught with fear, anxiety, or other emotion, panic-stricken, panicky conduct in a hurried, excited, and chaotic way. Okay, so you know, don't be tripping because she didn't do the dishes right when he told her to. You know, I told you to do the dishes at this moment. You should have got up and went and did the dishes. You know, women could be in the midst of sewing something or showering or cleaning, whatever it may be, and you expect her to drop everything and just go do the dishes. You don't want to be too frantic, man. You don't want to be as a lion in that household. You got to be patient with thy servants, knowing that with the times that we're in and the side of the world that we're on, you know, this westernized mindsets, it's going to take a little bit more patience to deal with these women if you have a woman. So let's get back to 1 Corinthians 7:27. Art thou bound unto a wife? Seek not to be loosed. Art thou loosed from a wife? Seek not to be, seek not a wife. So if you don't have a wife, don't seek one. It comes with more trouble than you're asking for, man. You know, you may get temporary pleasure out of it, and every now and then, but ultimately, if I were to judge, I would say it's not that much worth it, man, because she's gonna bring a lot of stress, and you got a liability now. You got something you have to watch out for. You have to feed. You have to take care of. It's not just yourself anymore. It's that woman, and out of woman come children. So then you may end up forming a whole family just because you got a little bit excited one night, a little bit extra excited one night. You end up forming a whole family, and now you're bound into a whole family. So be careful out here, man. It's not it's not an everyday thing if you just get tied down like that, man. It says, and if thou marry, thou hast not sinned, and if a virgin marry, she hath not sinned. Nevertheless, such shall have trouble in the flesh, but I spare you. Let me grab one more scripture real quick because I just pulled up to the scene. This is the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 7 verse 33. But he that is married careth for the things that are of the world, how he may please his wife. Okay, so if you marry, you're gonna end up caring for the things in the world, man. You're gonna end up caring for worldly things because your woman is worldly. She is pleased by things that are visible. She gets pleased by worldly things. Women are not spiritual. No matter how much they say it. But he that is married careth for the things that are of the world, how he may please his wife, because they look out after carnal things, man. That's why they go for the biggest, baddest guy. They think that they're going to get more protection out of the guy that's the buffest or the wealthiest. There is a difference also between a wife and a virgin. Salakia, skip the verse. It's not letting me grab this verse 32. This phone's stupid, man. This data is stupid. Verse 32. Start at verse 32. It says, but I will have you without carefulness. He that is unmarried careth for the things that belong to the Lord, how he may please the Lord. So you're better off staying unmarried, man. But I truly hope this quick, it was edifying to you, arguing, not watching, but listening to truth and sincerity. So next time I want to give all glory, honor, praises unto YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, MILLSTONE, QADASH. Shalom.